Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a special edition here on the NDB Media Network, trekking across the universe as June 18th, 2023. In the Western world, for you dads out there, happy Father's Day, and for everyone else, enjoy the day. But we're going and blowing. I'm Roger. I'm in Southern California. That's Michael. He's just outside the American nation's capital. You know, he's the elitist one of us. And we have Jag out there in the Lone Star, the big state of Texas. But hey, we're going and blowing. We have a lot of stuff going on. Don't forget to check us out at ndbmedia.net. Bobby Nash joins us tomorrow and on the network. Check it out. Author, everything. Does it all. He'll be joining us. Michael, do we have any other announcements?
No, that you got my announcement right there.
Sorry, Michael. It's what I do. Jag, bring us in, buddy.
Well, we'd like to welcome you. Thank you for joining us. And I'd like to introduce our awesome guest, Dominik Cicak. Did I get it right?
You got it good. You got it. Thank you so much, guys.
Okay. Welcome, sir. Thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you for the invitation. It's lovely to finally join you after all the other cast members have been already flying through your show, and let's see what you guys got in store. I'm ready.
You never know with us.
I guess we do have a bit of a reputation now. I've been referring to this as the Gauntlet because some of our guests have been on with us for a long time, which has been it's been crazy. As a matter of fact, I want to welcome Elizabeth, Marcia, and Linda. Thank you. To give Dominik an idea where you are in the world, why don't you let us know? And there it is. There's the roll call. Marcia Middleton from the ARC series fan group is aboard, and Elizabeth is from the ARC fan group. So everyone and anyone else, come on in and join us. Hey, what a glorious morning it is. And I got to tell you, it's a morning out here. So
yeah, I was about to say, I'm being polite for starters. I'll let you have that one. It's a bit afternoonish, some would say evening where I'm at, but it's all right. We'll get to my roll call. It's fine.
All right, fair enough. I understand you. This is gonna be good.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yeah. Actually, you're the first one, Dominik, that takes me on.
Let's somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to do it. I mean, I am a bit strong-headed, and unfortunately, it wasn't that good for my character. But I'm still fighting out there.
Are you trying to tell us something?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Look, just let's hope there's enough oxygen around here. It's kind of hot here in Croatia, but I think I'm still breathing okay for now.
Oh, really? Is it really that hot right now?
Yeah, we're pushing 30 Celsius. I have no idea what that is in Fahrenheit. I believe somebody can maybe
upper 80s
into a Fahrenheit degree.
Yeah,
but
someone in the chat room will assist us. So it's 30 degrees Celsius. Come on, ladies and gentlemen in the chat room. So Elizabeth is in Sacramento. She's north of me, and I believe Marcia might be in Florida, and Linda, I think she's in Vegas. But everyone else, folks, let us know who you are and where you hail from. You obviously know we're going to put you on blast. So come on. If you have any questions, get to it. All right, Dominik, I'm going to go first, and I guess I'm going to do my 7 questions right off. So I get to be a little bit of a jerk right now. Okay, Marcia's in Florida. So, Dominik.
Marcia's in Florida.
Yeah, she is. She's out there. Do you have an iPhone or do you have an Android?
I'm an Android boy.
Ooh, okay. All right. Yes. Okay. Those two kids.
Samsung, if we need to be more precise, hashtag give me a sponsorship deal. I don't know. Yeah. Samsung. Yeah. Through and through.
Right. Even better. All right. So I don't know if you have a musical service or a player or whatever, but what's the first song that we hear when Dominik goes to his phone?
When he goes to his phone.
So if you say Alexi or whoever, play music, what's the first song that we hear on your phone?
It's pretty interesting. I would say Frank Sinatra, My Way. I reckon. Yeah.
I like that. All right. Knowing that you're in the industry, I know it's a bit lame, but what is your favorite genre, whether it be on television or on the big screen or even theater? What's your genre?
Well, I wouldn't call that a lame question at all. I think I sort of categorize it in two different, shall we say, categories, groups, whatever you want to call it. It's the things that I enjoy seeing and the things that I sort of believe I could be in. And I've been doing a lot of, I started my career a lot of comedy, and then I sort of transitioned to more serious roles, and especially like period pieces, lots of back in history and in the future, so all sort of all over the timeline. Very rarely in in the current timeline, but I feel like sort of thriller and sort of adventure, and I am a big fan. I believe like everybody, when you just want to unwind, a little bit of a comedy never hurts nobody. Just get to put your legs up and enjoy. But my sort of guilty pleasure, apart from sci-fi, in which I obviously appear and adore, and a dream come true to be an Austrian, is a Western. I love a good Western. Oh, I can't tell you. Oh yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Oh, I like that. So I was going to ask you your guilty pleasure. So you already answered that one. That's good.
Okay.
So maybe a variation of that is a movie, a song, something that you see here and you'll stop what you're doing, even if you've seen it already. There are a few movies that it's just you'll stop and watch it again.
I mean, right off the bat, I got 3 for movies. Actually, maybe even 4. It's always Lord of the Rings, Godfather, any part of the trilogy, Top Gun, and Indiana Jones. Love them to bits, and watched them many times. But really like those. And obviously, I mean, I can toss in more like Scarface, and you sort of see where I'm going with that direction of not very the light comedy type that we were talking about a little bit earlier, but yeah, lots of fun, and very rewatchable, shall we call it that way.
That's cool. I appreciate that. Dominik, you've already answered quite a few questions. I probably will come back for another 2 or 3 because I want to make sure I don't repeat the same ones, because then it gets lame for our audience and they say, okay, you're showing your age. And I'm already going to get beat up by Dominik today, so I don't want to go.
Hey, nobody said no. Hey, I'm here to be friends. I'm floating in space. It's good. We're connecting North America to Europe. I'm just careful. I'm aware of my surroundings, unlike Harris was. But what can you do?
Oh man, this is great. All right, I'm going to go on over. I don't know if Michael wants to go or Jag. If you're ready, let's go for it. And let's keep it going. But folks, again, let us know who you are, where you hail from in the chat room. Check ndbmedia.net. Instagram is right there. The very complicated. Oh, yeah, you see it on the scroll bar down there. It's not all that complicated. That's his Instagram. Head on over.
I make it easy for you, Raj. What can I do?
Hell yeah. Oh, yes. And being the senior, yes, I need that. Thank you. You're a good man.
Not by much. A year or 2. We're close. We're close.
Go ahead, Michael.
I'm trying, but I want to say one thing about the chat room. If you're new to the chat room, you can type in there and ask questions. If you have a questions to the guests, just type them in there. If you don't really speak English and you want to put your language in there, and it's something that Dominik can tell us what it is, then that's fine. But we know we've got some people in the chat room. We'd love to hear from you with your questions. But my first question, it's probably going to be totally, since no one's asking any questions, what is your current project that you're working on, Dominik?
Secret and otherwise. That you can tell us about.
That you can tell us about without getting into
and all kidding aside, Dominik, we will ask some stupid questions from time to time where you probably can't answer. Let us know and say, hey, behave or whatever.
No worries.
We don't intend to catch you in any way. So, but we're interested.
I understand your job is to ask questions, and I'll do my best to answer and try not to get myself in trouble. That's basically
we want to keep you from getting into trouble.
I've been quite lucky and quite busy recently. Not in the sci-fi world after completing the arc, but I've been working. That's okay. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna have a counter. That's the new one for the breathing. Okay.
I want one.
No, is it what we're doing the baseball, like 3 strikes and you're out, or what we're gonna do? No.
Oh, all right. I'm sorry,
No,
Dominic, go on.
No. The things I can sort of talk about. It's as I said, from the future, I went back into time, back in the past, and I completed filming a new British TV show called Hotel Portofino, where it was really lovely. I played a revolutionary, anti-fascist sort of revolutionary fighter against the fascist government, and it was really, really a lovely and challenging role because it's a serious drama period piece. Think sort of Downton Abbey meets Poirot kind of deal. And I really loved it because it was my first role in Italian, and that's not a language I speak, but I learned for the audition, and I was lucky enough to land the role and sort of complete the filming without upsetting any Italians on set. So that was really good. I was really happy about that. Yeah, after that, I worked on a big Hollywood production, which is upcoming. It's called Canary Black, and it's not the superhero, but a super secret agent, which is being portrayed by Kate Beckinsale. And it was, again, a big honor and a privilege to sort of be on such a huge production. Again, this was a smaller part, but I believe it's a stepping stone to, I hope, some bigger stuff. But apart from that, in the lieu of keeping busy, I managed to get into the Croatian National Theater here in Zagreb and come back to the stage after not being on the stage for almost 3 years. And I'm really happy because it sort of brought me back to my roots. And I think every actor, we like to say it's good for the muscles, to do a theater show or two once in a while. And since I'm a classically trained actor from the acting academy in London, and Shakespeare, Pinter, everything's very ingrained in me. It was really beautiful to sort of come back, and just a huge honor because it's been my dream. It's the National Theater. You see this magnificent, beautiful building from the 1800s, and I still kind of after my first premiere was in September of last year, but I still catch myself, walking by, and so I got to pinch myself. Hey, look, I work there. That's sort of amazing for me. But that's the same sort of feeling I had when I walked on the set of The Ark for the first time, and I realized that I'm in space and I'm wearing a space suit, and this is my job, and I get to play with my friends and enjoy. I mean, it's truly a surreal experience, and it just trying to explain the sort of joy that you get from being an actor. It's something that I simply adore. So yeah, lots of things. Oh, and I'm working on a sitcom in Croatia, and I'm shooting 4 short films at the same time, and being all over the place. But yeah, just
so in other words, not busy at all.
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
No, I get to
not
sleep
at all.
in. I get to put my feet up on the table
all the time. Yeah,
exactly.
Let
But no,
me ask
I love
Dominic,
to be busy.
I apologize, Dominic. I need your help in pronouncing these names. I know Zagreb, Croatia, but the first name, is that Silvio?
Yeah, that's Silvio. Yeah.
Okay.
Silvio.
Ivan.
Oh.
This is cool. We have quite a few comments already, folks. I'm
Now
going to count this one as 2. Oh my God, he's alive. So we'll
no. That's a counter for you. The comment sections can go crazy with the breathing and the.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Dino.
Oh my God! Hello.
Mujanovic.
Yeah.
Mujanovic.
Dino
We
Mujanovic.
do have quite a few.
I believe positive Dino, and yeah.
This is so cool. we do. Wow. Okay, that is a bit messed up. But way to go, Sam. So actually, Sam is up 2 to my 1. So okay.
Okay, we'll put a counter for Sam. It's okay.
All right. Yeah, we will on that one. Let me see. We already have several questions. Marcia has a comment. Then I really enjoyed your portrayal of Harris. How would you describe him? Then we'll go to Elizabeth has another one, and then we'll go to Jag.
Okay.
How would you describe him?
Well, thank you, Marcia, for tuning in and for a lovely question. I think Harris is very good man, a much better man than I am.
Oh,
He is just. I mean, I really don't want to sort of romanticize him and Ava's sort of relationship and everything, but I think that we can just all see that he sort of did the ultimate sacrifice, not thinking of himself and thinking of his, fellow onboard members, and realizing what he's sacrificing isn't just his life, but sort of his undying love for her. And I think he's a sort of a savvy, quick thinking guy, and obviously a jester. We remember our opening scene. Immediately starts with a joke through the doorway, and doesn't even realize sort of the danger that he might be exposing her because she smuggled him on board and everything. But yeah, I think he's just a really giving guy that sort of has a hard shell, which might not be obvious on the first look that you get on him, but then as you can see through their sort of secret, shall we say, quote unquote, relationship, when they're not allowed to disclose it, and sort of the yearning of trying to get to her in those big crowd scenes, and trying to sort of whisper and quietly discuss their future plans. Meanwhile, everybody's around them in whatever craziness is currently happening in those episodes. But yeah, no, I think that's how I view Harris, and I think he's a guy you would want to get a beer with, and certainly have him in a fight behind you.
yeah, fair enough. I like that. Marcia says or asks, did you come on the show knowing how long your character would be around?
No, so I basically auditioned from my room, and I what you may call it. I auditioned for several characters, and the last one I got was my agent calls me like it's been 2 weeks since the last sort of character or whatever, and she's like, Dom, we got a text, go film it immediately. They need it tomorrow, they need it today, they need it yesterday. And I sort of rationed up very quickly, and managed to get my friend over here. We filmed it, sent it over, and immediately the next day I knew I got the part. And I was so happy, and just overjoyed. I get to be an astronaut. I didn't really ask them anything else. I was like, yes, let's go to space. And yeah, it was very cool. My agent, she just called me, and I answered the phone. She didn't say hi, how you doing, nothing. She's like, see you in space, cowboy, and just hung up on me. And I think that's a very good way to find out you're going to space. So props to my dear Boyana, my amazing agent. So yeah, and I didn't know we also had some extra scene added in and expanded on that role, but you never know. You might come back in season 2 or 3 or 4. If you guys are interested, if Harris is somebody you want to see more, maybe we can work something out,
Hell yes. And I want to take a question from Jag. I'm dominating early on. I'm sorry. I'm wired. I've been up since 3 a.m. Of course, Dominik's like, yeah, so have I. So what's the point? But anyway,
look, these don't lie, these.
Yeah. which is absolutely great. Elizabeth has a comment that if Jag could get to, but oh damn it, I was going to tell you something. I just got a message from someone. I lost their message. I apologize. Oh, but everyone, folks, again, we appreciate your comments. Keep it going. I understand we may be having some. This is it. We may be having some Facebook issues. So I'm going to put the link for everyone else in the chat room to head on over to YouTube or to Twitch. We are having technical difficulties. That's why I had to interrupt. I've received several messages. So I do apologize. Head on over to the YouTube page or Twitch TV, and I'll put those on right now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I'm taking the vibe away. Jag, go ahead. Continue, buddy.
Hey, so I'm looking at your IMDb, and I noticed that you've played quite a few characters, but I think the Ark was probably your first space adventure or space character. So did that in any way make you change the way you approach the character, or was just another role?
I mean, I wouldn't call this just another role. I really, really enjoyed it, and I'm not saying it because you're the sci-fi guys and you love the show. I really, really owe a lot to this character and the whole amazing team behind it. But we'll get to them later. I sort of see it as every character is sort of built from scratch, but you will obviously use some things and nooks and crannies that how to develop it from previous engagements, works, and whatever. But with this one, I think it was a lot of sort of the physicality of it, because in those spacesuits, I believe our cast members talked about it. It changes a little bit how you stand, how you move, and how you sweat, which is a lot, and the helmets and everything. And I feel sort of the physicality and figuring out sort of to add to that realism of that spoiler death scene, and the heavy breathing. I sort of wanted to really bring that to life. But yeah, I think that was sort of the most challenging bit, because I really wanted to to use the buildup that we got through the episode to that culmination of that goodbye scene between Harris and Ava. And I think that was like sort of the most difficult bit. But yeah, that was my audition, and that's why I got the part, and hopefully I carried it out.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you did it. You did a great job. The other thing I was going to ask you, was this your first time? I'm going to guess this was your first time meeting Dean Devlin and Jonathan Glassner.
Yeah.
How was that experience for you?
Oh, I mean, such amazing people, and yet so down to earth, so humble. Like, I mean, even I, who have to double check some people in the industry, knew about them way beforehand, even thinking of becoming an actor. They're huge names, you know what I mean? But as people, they're just so professional, quick, very, very comforting, for an actor. Dean is very hands-on, and from the tiniest of details and checking how we feel, it really sort of shows you that they care about their baby, because it really is I think a labor of love for them, and they created this from scratch. I know they collaborated on this very, very heavily, and I just I'm just so thankful for them for giving me this opportunity. I'm a young actor who is unknown in the US before this, and they really gave me a shot, and for that I will be eternally grateful to them.
Well, we're eternally grateful to them too, because we got to see the talent that was behind that actor.
I think they really sort of had a mix of young, up and coming, amazing actors who I spent such a wonderful time with there, and some a little bit, shall we not say older, senior, but which really help carry the show. And I think it's just a great mix of young and established talent in the show.
I agree. I think we got some questions here. So
yeah, well, actually, I have to tell you, Dominik, especially over that senior line, I now get to cut in. I want to tell you that a few moments ago, you really got me, buddy. It was an emotional statement about your undying love for Eva, the one that will never go away. Sam and I were on the same page, thinking the exact same damn thing. Harris is dead, but the role can still exist. You can come back as a ghost to haunt Eva and Bryce. When he wrote that, I was thinking to myself, the undying love. So what was Harris thinking when the lights were going out? It's all right, Eva. I'll see you in eternity.
Look, in this genre, we're allowed to have a little bit of a wilder imagination. We're in the future. We're having a good time. Ghost, evil twins, cyborg, zombie. You never know. A lot of a lot of things can happen.
Yes,
that's true. That's true.
Oh, there you go. Oh, somebody said about twins. What is
yeah,
it?
Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Oh,
Remember,
yeah.
Juno means twins as well as fertility. So is there a clone of Harris out there somewhere? I think that's a question in of itself. What do you think?
Look, I'll answer that question with you never know. You never know where Harris was, what he was doing before he met Ava on that beautiful park in Kalamegdan, and they decided to run away into space. You never know what he was doing, and I think it's up to us and you guys. If you have some ideas, give it to Dean and Jonathan, and let's see what we can do. Yeah, yeah. Just I'm hoping he's out there somewhere. He's a good guy, you know.
We are
Or
as well.
Sloan was.
Yeah, we are. Marsha Middleton asks, what was the first
Mhm.
scene you filmed on set? And again,
Ooh.
a shout out to Sam. Thank you, Sam. I'm glad you and I were on the same page on that one, pal. That's a win for both of us. But anyway.
My first experience sort of on set was I was I came to Serbia. I landed to Serbia, and I got picked up to go to set. And in there was this very dodgy character, which you might be familiar with, Miloš Cvetković. You
Oh,
might.
Yep.
And from there, it sort of expanded into having a nice little chat to being like, bro, we're going to space, right? And I don't know, just in that van that was taking us to the studios, I sort of felt like we're Apollo astronauts being taken to, Cape Canaveral to be shot off. And I was like, it's still a little bit surreal, as an actor, you do your audition, mostly in the comfort of your own home, send it in, and then you're like, oh, I either got a job or don't. And a lot of the time, it's the first time that you get on set is that it sort of becomes real for you, if you know what I mean. And we got there and we actually had a costume fitting. So we spent half a day, putting on astronaut suits and helmets. And, both of us, we get out at the same time, and, we're playing it cool. Everything's cool, and we're like, we're going to fucking space, man. We're going to space. Pardon my French, but no, that was like
Good.
when it hit me, and we were like, yes, good, and then they were like, hey, you want to see the set a little bit? We're like, no, let's save it and see it, on the first day. And sort of the start of it all. Oh, Jeepers Creepers! I don't remember if it was that. I think it was the pod scene, the waking up. I think that was for basically all of us the first scene, the big group scenes of the explosion, the initial explosion on the ship, and the waking up after the cryogenic sleep and all that. And it was just crazy, because we spent a couple of days, met everybody, and then you suddenly, go into action, and there's 130 extras and 10 of us and 130 crew members, and you're out there pretending that you just got exploded into space. So it's a lot of fun, but it was just like, wow, okay, we're doing this, and then it's sort of just, you get into the groove of it, and it's just very enjoyable to go through that process.
That's cool. I appreciate that. Folks, just very quickly, Michael had a reset. So I think he got blown out the airlock. So he's trying to get back aboard the ship. All kidding aside, he did send us a message. Folks, it looks like we're having issues. And I mean that in every which way you want.
Oh, we are having issues.
Yeah, seriously, we are. I am getting a lot of messages that Facebook is having, and look, Michael has to reset, reboot. So we ask you to bear with us. Maybe there's a big game on later on today, and all the traffic's going there. I don't know. Maybe we'll get some details on that in a moment. But Aisha is saying, "Hello, guys. Finally got through." There's another comment. Dominik, now you've done one science fiction series. Would you? Sorry, I just got another message. Would you consider ever doing another, or even do you say voice acting role or on an animated series or film?
Oh, absolutely. Thank you, Alicia, for the question. Absolutely. I don't see why not, because if we're gonna base things off of our previous experiences, which has been the arc, and I see it as a overwhelmingly amazing experience, which I cherish from the amazing people I met and for the sort of growth I got as an actor. I really don't see why not. I mean, why limit yourself? Because this has been such it's been short and sweet. You know what I mean? It's just a little bittersweet, shall we say. So I sort of got a taste for it now, and certainly would love to go back to space. I mean, which kid didn't have the dream to go out and be an astronaut at least once, at least for a month? You know,
do.
You know what I mean? Like, sure, we could be the dreamers who continuously want to go to space, but I think everybody at some period in time, you either like dinosaurs, you wanted to go space, or you were a cowboy. I think that was certainly a thing, and I sort of hold all these things still true to myself, and I'm very lucky when I get to do that. This is my job, and acting is just something I truly truly love, and that's why it fuels me so much. So certainly yes, and voiceover and everything. I'm doing Croatian voiceovers. It's quite funny, all sorts of things. But yeah, it's almost like work,
No, that's cool. Appreciate that. Biserka, I'm not
Uh-huh.
sure. You may know who that is.
That's my family. That's my
Yeah.
wonderful and
Hello.
That is
you know.
so awesome that they are here. And I believe they were a few others were up here earlier. It means a
Mhm,
great deal that they're spending time with us. I wish we could communicate in
mhm.
the native language. We're still learning, but it is awesome that they're commenting. It's letting us know. So that is good stuff. Jag, why don't you go ahead? I've got to respond to a few of these Facebook issues. I'm going to see if I can resolve them.
Okay. So Dominic, um, this acting bug that you have, obviously you are very interested as I look at your IMDb. Was this something you had from the very beginning? Did you start acting when you were in school, or how to,
So,
explain to us how Dominic became so prevalent in the acting field?
well, thank you. Not so prevalent, but we're trying. We're trying. I
You're a humble man, young man.
Yeah, very humble.
no. Thank you guys. But no, honestly, all my life, I thought I was gonna be a pilot. Not rocket man, but pilot. Close enough. And then 16, I completed my pilot training for a small aircraft here in Croatia.
Wow.
Yeah. Top Gun. That's what I'm telling
Top
you.
Gun, yes, that's what
Fun.
They messed up in Top Gun too. My agent was not on the ball at that point, and I'm just like, what's going on? What's going
Tom
on? I got
Cruise.
the
Tom
license.
Cruise.
I got the
Top Gun
black
3.
T-shirt.
Top Gun
What,
3.
what do they want? Like,
So you could have been Hangman.
You could have been Hagman. Yeah.
Yes, the Maverick.
come on. I can get the stash going. You can see the things.
Oh my goodness, that is awesome.
Yeah,
That's so you
yeah.
have your
No,
pilot's license.
I'm sorry. What?
You have your pilot's license?
Yeah. I got a pilot's
Wow.
license here,
So you
and
can you can fly the Ark.
honestly, I'm ready, gentlemen. I got the plethora of skills. We just got to figure out how to use them. You know what I
That's
mean?
right.
Hey, who knows?
Sorry,
Since
Not
I didn't
wasting
mean to
away in the
interrupt
depths of
you.
space, floating and bouncing off of asteroids and whatever. And
No, that's me.
yeah,
Uh, but I didn't
no,
mean to
but yeah,
interrupt you. I'm just so impressed that you have a pilot's license. That's great.
yeah, so
no,
am I.
but like, look, all these sort of achievements, they stem from the fact that I got such an amazing family that's supporting me, and none of this would be able. I mean, I went, obviously. I hope you can hear that I don't got much of an accent coming from Central Europe, but it's they supported me in my schooling, they support me in my passion, and without them, none of this would have happened. So I just know that my family means the world to me, and they just they really, I mean, without them, I couldn't even imagine saying any of these achievements would be possible. So yeah, I sort of owe it all to them. You know what I mean?
That's great. So your acting career, since I interrupted you, so that you went and got your license at 16. So
Yeah.
then what happened after that?
So basically, I sort of, shall we say, dabbled in acting, but never really took it as a serious option. I wasn't like a kid actor or whatever, but in schools, you got your nativity plays, you got
Hmm.
flag day plays. I don't know, you do little bits and pieces here and there, but I really wasn't in a serious sort of drama institution until I finished my ice hockey, shall we say, career, whatever. I was an avid hockey ice hockey fan and player, and we decided that I will not go to sort of a sports high school, but sort of to concentrate on my schooling. And I decided to stop playing hockey, and that sort of created a very big gap in my life because I was an avid sportsman. I was doing lots of trainings and stuff like that, and suddenly I got free time in my schedule. And then my mother, ah, you gotta love your mom. She sent me off to the Zagreb Youth Theater, and I was kind of, I don't feel like it. I would rather not do anything or just figure out what I want. But I got there, and it was really lovely. And I just sort of fell in love with it completely because I got into this very good group because some people, would come there and just try and improvise, but we had a very adamant and avid director, and she really pushed us. And within a month, I was performing in front of 500 people, obviously, in a theater production. And I sort of kept going to the youth theater throughout high school. And then in my last year, I was sort of deciding what I want to go to uni, what do I want to sort of do for the rest of my life, which is a great thing to plop on a 17 years old shoulders. As I can imagine, it's the same all over the world. But yeah, I realized I want to sort of do everything, and I know that I can sort of pick up flying, knock on wood, anytime. And then I decided on the second most safe option in the world, which is to become an actor. and then really went off and sort of prepared for a couple of weeks, auditioned and got into a couple of acting schools, universities, and drama schools all over the United Kingdom, and picked the one that suited me the most, and went off to London and studied acting. And now I'm an actor.
That's awesome. That's great.
You studied acting, and guess what? The first role you get in science fiction, you're in a cryopod. What was that like?
Those cryopods, I'll tell you, they are not very good if you're claustrophobic. I'll just say that much.
Oh,
it's just they might look spacious on your screens, but they really aren't that spacious. Especially because you can't really open them that well from the inside. You're kind of dependent on the crew, and you kind of never know when they're gonna open. But it's really great because you're kind of trying to listen to what they're saying, but you can't really hear inside the thing. It's kind of isolated, but it's not too bad, honestly. I'm not afraid of tight spaces, so I was okay with it. And look, anytime I get an opportunity to lay down at work, I'll take it. So it's kind of my second favorite acting, right after sitting down acting. Standing up acting is difficult. No, I'm kidding,
like
obviously.
Like a coffin.
Oh, Sam, please.
Wow.
Please.
Thank you, Sam. Wow.
No, I would say it was quite comfortable. But you gotta realize I'm kind of tall, so I was just on the edges because they're one size fits all, and I think Fleesh and I really had lots of trouble, and Cosmo's up there too with the length of the thing. But it wasn't too bad. I can't complain. Everything was
okay. Sam's not gonna let it go. Snow White had a glass coffin.
This is my cheeks that remind you of Snow White. This is my rosy complexion.
Aye, lad, that it is.
How long did it take you to film that whole thing? Were you there all day?
Yeah. Basically, I mean, we sort of shot that whole sequence from the explosion, waking up, Christy typing in the codes, Pavla helping her out, the doors opening, and the sort of jumping up and down when the gravity's sort of all loosey-goosey at the beginning. It took us, I believe, the first sort of 3 days, an odd scene here and there, but lots of big group scenes. And obviously for the start of the show, I believe I can speak for the for Dean and everybody. You really want to catch the audience sort of off guard and bring them in. And I feel, and I hope that you guys agree with me, it's a very good opening to any sort of series, not just for a sci-fi genre. And I think the intensity just really was there, and that we managed to capture that in those days of filming.
It was a good scene, and it was played very well. One of the things I liked about your characters, like you said, it was a very good, very nice character. And in the second scene, or the scene where we potentially lose Harris, is when he gives the helmet over to Nathan, which is Cosmo. I think that pretty much sold the character for a lot of people when they watched it. So I think that's why I think I can speak for myself, and I think I can speak for the panel, and I'm sure for most of the people in the chat room. That's why they became so close to Harris, because of the fact that he was such a good person to not only Eva, but to his fellow man. And then to see what happened at the end. there were some people, I keep saying this, but I'm just going to kind of say, there were some people probably cutting onions in my house when that scene happened at the end there. So trying to find out who that person was that cut the onions, but I just wanted to let you know that there was some little something in my eye at the end
No,
there. So,
thank you so
and it was
much.
played very well by
Thank you so
you
much.
and the surrounding characters as well. And the other thing I was going to mention is you may have had a short role in the show,
Mhm,
but it was a pivotal plot point for
mhm,
the show itself, because then we had to deal with whatever had to go through with
mhm.
the loss of Harris. So it
Yeah,
was like essentially a launch pad for her character to
yeah,
just, and see her continue to grow and trying to deal with the loss, like we saw in episode 4, which was right after the comet water that everybody drank. So just some comments I wanted to say that, it was great to see you back
yeah,
after that initial first, episode.
yeah.
And another bit of comment, a little bit of onion cutting on the 4th episode when you're at the end there, where she didn't want to drink the water. So,
Yeah, yeah.
um, yeah, you did. You definitely knew how to draw us in, as in Paris. So
Thank you so much.
I like it.
Thank you so much.
Um,
That
Go ahead.
means so much when you can evoke such an emotion in the audience, and that they sort of forget and are in that world. I mean, that's the most you can ask as an actor. So thank you so much. Like it really means a lot to me.
Oh, good. And I think we have some questions here.
Yeah, my internet is weird, and Roger's having issues too.
No,
But,
I'm always having issues, not even internet related.
well,
All
yeah.
kidding aside, sorry to ruin the vibe. Is it clear now?
Yeah. You
Well,
sound
we
good.
hear you.
You
Nice and clear.
you sounded good before.
Okay,
Mm.
well, I didn't. Anyway. All right. Thank you. I appreciate the comments. Quite a few. Jag, can you see them? Go for it.
Yes. What is your favorite thing about being an actor? From
Oh,
Ivan.
Oh,
Ivan.
Ivan Juric. Now, that's a name you gentlemen have to learn. That's it's easy. You can forget Dominik
Oh,
Cicak,
ha
but
ha.
Ivan Juric
Even.
he's a serious actor. He's a really he's somebody who I respect very much, and he's an amazing guy. Apart from
Hi,
an
Ivan.
amazing professional.
How do you
What's your
say his
favorite
last
thing
name?
about being an actor? Well, working with you, even. No,
Oh, that's cool.
Judo.
That's
Judo.
great.
I mean,
That's cool.
it's very strange. Like I called him Ivan now 3 times, and I don't think in my life I called him Ivan that many times. We all call him Juro. That's his nickname. So I was just like, that just felt wrong. I just want to clear that up. It's Juro, no, it's. I think it's just being able to provide escape to people, whether it's 5 minutes on a small screen or 2 hours on a stage. If you can sit down and be transported many miles away and sort of forget about your sorrows for a couple of moments, I think that's the sort of my favorite thing as an actor. And when you get that sort of feedback, whether it's in theater and you hear that laugh from the audience, or from amazing messages from the people, or when somebody comes up to you on the street, or as Jag wonderfully on this podcast told me that he really felt something when he watched. I think that's the favorite thing, and I mean I get to do make believe for my living, so it's all in one big bowl of just loving being an actor.
Great.
There was a comment. We're going to go for a little bit of clarity because I believe
Yes.
this is the second time now.
Yes.
This guy looks like Leo, so I don't know if he means a Leo or as in Leo.
Leo.
So, and then Luca continued with like a lot. That was funny. I like the follow-up comment, and that was good. So a little bit of clarity. If we're into the astrological symbols, we can ask that too, but we'll get to that in a moment. Let's see. Do we have any other comment? Tiffany, welcome. Arc 46 just got on board. I don't know if you got to the question from Marcia about this one.
I read that you're involved in a. Oh yeah. So yeah, basically, I as I said, I'm very lucky and have a bunch of projects, and I didn't really want to bore you with a 10-minute monologue of everything I'm doing. But from the things I believe Michael put on the sort of short CV introduction of my of who I am. I am connected currently to sort of a fan film that's being made here in Croatia, and it's made by these really talented guys from Los Angeles Productions, and basically they're gonna use material from Star Wars itself to, shall we say, reshape a little bit what happened, including the old school Star Wars and the newer things and the Disney things. And it's just obviously non-profit, but it's garnered quite a big following on Reddit, I believe. But as I said, I still haven't shot in that, but I believe I might be on the bad guy side this time. But we'll see. We'll not give away too much on that. But yeah,
that's a great tease, though.
Yeah, but we'll keep you updated certainly on how that will develop. As these things are with projects, you can wait for them for months and months and months, and then you're like, tomorrow we're doing it. Okay, we're doing it tomorrow. But yeah, fingers crossed, because the guys are really talented, and I can see them doing very big things, not just in Europe, but maybe across the pond too.
Wow, that is cool.
Great.
Look, gentlemen, we started 30 minutes early because scheduling conflicts already, and oh my God, we've already almost got through the hour. Dominik, we're on your time. We don't want you to get late.
No, don't worry.
But you need to remind us too. We're watching. That's why we want to tell the audience. We're loving the comments. Keep them coming. The questions, they're beautiful.
I want to see them. Show me the comments.
Yeah. Even asked that one. I'm so sorry. Marcia says, well, prior to this, have you met your demise on screen before? Was it maybe versus Shane in a school play? Or did you have your own version of Unforgiven? Did you see? Wasn't that a great Western?
Fantastic.
Oh my goodness!
Fantastic.
Yes.
You're tossing it. I'm taking back a few of your strikes. You're good on this one.
Right.
I'm loving the question. I mean, I'm no Sean Bean, but I did meet my demise a few times.
Very good. That's right.
Yeah.
I think it was in The Martian, right? That's the only movie he doesn't die in.
I think I might have died 2 or 3 times so far, but if we count over 20 projects that I sort of been involved in, it's not too bad of a statistic. But I think I got my characters got blown up by a rocket from a helicopter on a boat in the Renegades. I think that was my first on-screen death, and my mother still to this day does not want to watch that movie. So I fully understand her on that front. But it's I'm trying to think. I feel like it did. It certainly did. Well, I don't know.
Well, if it's a blur, maybe you were not taken out on that one. But look, could you translate this one for us?
It's just pozdrav. It's greetings from Ivanić Grad, which is a wonderful city here in Croatia.
Thank you. Would you like to speak to the native audience right now in
Croatian?
Yes. Thank you.
It's okay.
I just lost one.
It's okay.
Yeah,
we're here.
We're going to say Spanish, but no.
Funny.
Ništa, ljudi moji, pozdravljam vas sve, neću sad puno dužiti da se ovi naši dragi Amerikanci ne zabrinu, ali hvala kad ste se uključili, ako ste uključili, i nadam se da nisam vam previše dosadan i da ćemo se gledati i dalje. Pozdrav.
Wow. So he just said he liked the podcast and that Roger should not be on this show.
You didn't understand? Like and subscribe, and it was all there. It was all there.
Yes, it was. Now, could you help us out a little bit? Because the tone, the pronunciation, I know now I'm going way off. I heard a little bit, it was almost Finnish. Some of the pronunciation, the lettering, it was like, wow. But I guess you guys are in a line, right? Without being insensitive. There must be some.
I'll let you off the hook there, but that's
Thank you.
that's like saying, on the line of, North Dakota and Texas having the same weather. So it's not really there. Hrvatska, yeah. No, it's we're from a Slavic group of languages, so it's much more closer to Slovenian, Serbian, Czech, Slovak, sort of more to the Eastern Europe, while Finnish is in a Finno-Ugric group of languages, which is the only two languages which really have no connection to other languages. You have Romanesque, you have Latin, you have Anglo-Saxon, you have Slavic, but Finnish and Hungarian are the only ones who are in the Finno-Ugric group, which don't have that. Fifth year of primary school. Didn't think I was going to talk about this now. Here we go. I hope my teacher is proud.
Hell yeah, folks.
Yeah, that was
I
impressive.
actually know some of the stuff that Dominik was talking about, but you set me right. I've studied the different languages and I forgot that, young man. So I am going to bail. I'm going to keep my dignity insofar as it sounded like.
Look, maybe I have very Finnish accent when I speak Croatian. You never know.
Oh, wow. That was good. Sam says, interesting. To die in all of those stories, I guess it must be overwhelming sometimes.
For the character,
you know what?
Baby, I'm loving it though.
Well, you died okay. You died pretty well in the Ark, so all that practice
paying off.
Yeah, worked out. And just for those keeping score, you said it was 30 degrees in your city. That comes out to 86 degrees Fahrenheit for the United States.
I'm still running on
not
70.
impressed. I guess Texas and that desert sun in the Lone Star State is much hotter than us right now.
Yeah, we're at 90 right now, so it's not too hot. Not yet.
So wait, we're 86, you're 90, so you're hotter than me. Okay, that's good. That's
yeah, it'd be weird if you were colder than us, or we were colder than you.
Well, Harris is colder than us because he's floating in the depths of
the Nor. He's in the Nor.
All right, Sam, we got it going, Sam. Marsh asks, have you? Oh, and by the way, we ask everyone. It's a dumb question, but something is starting to happen officially. Well, okay. They're listening, and I mean the powers that be. So I get to ask the real cool question. If there were a convention for the art, would you be interested?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
I mean, I would love to meet you all guys in person, and anybody else who enjoyed this show and have a chat with them. I mean, that's sort of why you do this. You want to see what people think. If somebody doesn't like it, sure, I'll have a beer with them too. Like, let's figure it out. I do wrong, but yeah, obviously, yeah.
You see, now that is cool to know. Now, Jag, a tangent right here. Wasn't there an announcement or someone recognize, or didn't like Dean Devlin like a post somewhere about a convention?
I don't know if I saw something where he liked a convention. I know that Marcia and the groups have been promoting the fact of if we want any of our actors from the Ark to be on a convention, what the instructions are, so that we can go ahead and reach out to these different conventions and basically tell them, we want Dominik, we want Milos, we want Cosmo, we want Christy, we want all these fine actors to show up on our conventions, and that we're willing to pay to see them and support the cause of having them here. I know that in terms of Dominik, he probably will just fly over to the United States on its own.
Oh, that's right. He could, yes.
He can fly, so I'm sure that wouldn't be an issue.
Or he could pull a Leo and get in the jump seat on the jumbo jet.
Yeah,
catch me if you can, baby.
Or he can be
We're not that tight yet, but we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. Maybe we can work out some deal.
Hey, wait a minute. Dominik Maverick. Dominik
Maverick.
Okay. Oh.
You're onto something there. We can work with that.
We can work with that. Tom Cruise, listen up.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're all listening.
We actually, Marcia, I'm going to get to your question in a moment. Ivana. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, maybe I got it right the first time. Is it easy for you to balance professional? No, I thank you for correcting me. Seriously, I know I butcher quite a bit, even though I have the Latin.
And we apologize by that. No. We're learning.
Oh, I've already said sorry way too many times already. They're tired of that.
It's all, you're trying. That's all. That's all that matters. No. Is it easy for you to balance professional and private life? I mean, as sort of any young person, I think it's one of these things that we have to learn as you sort of go along. Yeah, I mean, it does get quite busy. I think I broke my record actually last week. I was awake for 48 hours, and out of those 48 hours, I filmed for over 26 hours because I had two conflicting projects at the same time. Basically, I had a night shoot and then I had a day shoot, and that was a little tiring. But then again, I mean, when it's something like this, I mean, when these opportunities arise, would I rather, go and rest up an extra couple of hours, or would I push through it and hopefully do a good job and fulfill my dream of being an actor? And I sort of applied that to every sort of challenge I get in my personal or professional life, and many times 2 or 3 projects are concurrently at the same time, whether it's that I'm in rehearsal for a theater play, and then at night I would go off and do night scenes. And then you don't get your full 8 hours, but I'm tall enough, I don't have to go anymore. So that's
It's good.
So
But
I'm
yeah.
gonna ask. I asked the same thing to Milos. I'm gonna ask you. What do you prefer more, television, film, or theater?
Oh, I think at the start of my career, I was very much a theater actor, but that was very short-lived because then for the next 3 years, I just filmed, both including movies and TV, as you say. And I think it's two different types of acting. Basically, um, when you're in theater, you got to have that live energy. You got to feed off the audience. You got to give it to them. You got to get the guy in the first row the same way you're gonna get the guy, in the last row, and especially the guy in the last row, because those cheap seats are usually the ones where you have the people who are really eager to see the show, and it's sort of more technical, and you have to also evoke. A different muscle memory to let your voice flow. We don't use microphones here unless it's a musical or something like that. And it's sort of a different type of acting. But for film, it's, the camera is unforgiving. They will catch everything, every little twitch of the face. And I really, really enjoyed that part of film acting because I love the precision necessary to sort of convey your emotion to the audience, because it's the micro expression, it's the listening to your co-workers, it's sort of just, I don't know, it really combination of it all would be the dream, but I do see myself being more a film and TV actor right now.
Wow. Well,
Thank
look,
you.
there's one already.
Look
There's
at that.
the image. Thank you, Michael. So,
It's from Jag, actually.
oh yeah, okay, fine. Thank you.
Yeah,
Jack.
that's right.
All kidding aside, I wonder. Here was the post that I saw. Forgive me.
Yeah.
So this is what they're trying to do, folks, which is really cool. So let's get the ARC actors at conventions. Yes, it's time to bring the actors from the ARC to conventions panel. So there it is. Contact via email, tweet, etc. to Sci-Fi Channel, and let them know why, and tell them we would be ready to buy our tickets. I'll tell you, I would be ready to go myself. I would love to go to a convention right now. Dominik, we've been privileged. Number one, due to the man right next to us, by Michael, because he's been huffing it. He's been doing the work. He's been making contact with everyone. He's been doing all the work here. Jag and I get to just show up, which is absolutely awesome. Look at that smile by Michael. He's like, yeah. But anyway, we would love to spend time and meet with you. And it's just, yeah, you and everyone else. Dominik, forgive me. This is going to come across as as I'm pandering, but I'm not. Everyone that we've had a chance to speak to on the ARC, everyone else has blown us away. Michael and I have talked about this. It is a unique set of individuals that came together for this project.
Honestly,
for lack of a better word, you're cool, man. You're human, humble. There's a lot of humility amongst all of you.
Oh, thank you so much. I mean, that's why I think got on so well on set. I mean, I know I wasn't that long on the show, but I spent weeks and weeks and weeks with these guys in Serbia what we were filming, and I think Dean and Jonathan just picked such a dream team, for the lack of a better term to that. And I know this sounds so cliche, but I really really love these guys. Like everybody from the cast, everybody on the crew. It was just a joy to work with. Like the hours can go long, and it can get repetitive that you have to do the same thing over and over. Maybe it's not an important thing, but picking up a cup and everything, and it's not the most exhilarating, exciting life of an action star at all times. But there, it was not a chore. You know what I mean? It was just a wonderful, wonderful time to sort of spend with these people, and I really, really know that I formed lifelong friendships with them. And then many months after the filming was over, I had people, Shalini and Milos, coming over to Croatia to come visit me. And when I went off to London, we had like a little reunion. The whole crew and cast and space crew and behind the cameras too. So I really, really am thankful for them, and we had some very good times, both on set and off set. But that's a different story.
Oh, that's cool, and I appreciate that. We know stuff happened, which is really neat. It's been hinted that you guys really had a good time. Oh, the questions about the food and the drink and all that stuff. Jag, what's is it the ice cream?
Well, Christy likes the ice cream,
Yes.
but apparently the nightlife is very, very cool. And look at that smile.
I might be a little bit at fault at that. Since I filmed a lot in Belgrade before. I mean, I'm from Croatia, but I work a lot there.
Yes.
It was on me and Milos, as shall we say, the locals, to show the gang around, and we showed them around. But obviously, you're working a lot, and when you grab those couple of days off, whether it's just relaxing in the park or letting off steam by the river, or a little bit of nightlife, you gotta, it's a good bonding experience.
Of course.
We certainly had a lot of fun. But I'm pretty knowledgeable about the nightlife.
We should have known, because it didn't look like Milos kind of came across with that, but we should have known from episode 7 when he got the bourbon that he was going to be the guy that was going to be leading the whole team. It comes out.
I like that.
Yeah. No, we like to have a good time. We like that.
Yeah, that's good.
You can be at peace. The whole ARC fan base is going to root for Croatia's goal tonight. All right, Croatia. So why don't you give us your analysis of the game for today?
Woo!
We're going to go to sports for a moment. You're a big fan. Tell us.
Sports
What do
talk
you
with
see
the
today?
guys.
Okay, all right. Let it go.
We'll get a little cheeky there, but yeah, it's football or soccer, as you Americans like to call it, but I strongly disagree with you. But that's fine. It's football, and Croatia has been. I don't know how much you're following, but it's been amazing for such a tiny country for so long.
Yes.
We've been second and third in the world. As you can see, everybody's saying gold is ours.
Yes.
So yeah, we're hoping that we're gonna pick that trophy up tonight after gold Zlato Hrvatska. Yeah, I'm going crazy now because it's nearing, the time is nearing.
We don't want to take you from the game.
No worries. No, but I think let's be bold and say 2-1 for Croatia against Spain. I don't know who said that.
Okay. All right, that's
Michael,
good.
please. You're saying some scores over here, and I don't know.
I say lots of stuff, so it's good. I'll take that one.
Roger, impossibile a español a labrar, no?
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah. See?
That is good. I appreciate that. Look.
No.
No. How much of the ARC have you been able to watch?
Of the ARC, well, I believe in the knowledge of my character that I did not know at the point when it was airing originally. I didn't know what was going to happen with my character. Will there be a season 2 and 3, or whatever. And I decided to just watch what my character would know.
Okay.
So I'm obviously aware of what happened and where the storylines were going, and that there was other ships, and I'm very aware of all these things. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I seriously and in detail watched the first 4 episodes. The rest, obviously, reading through and stuff like that. So I still have some catching up to do, but with those first 4 episodes, I really enjoyed them, and it was just great to see sort of the final product of all my
Mhm.
co-stars, and they've just been amazing. You see them work, and then you just see Shalini's adorable, worried face. You see Stacy running around. You see Fleesh flexing, and Reese being lost somewhere in the background. And they're just honestly such great gang, and you just see Cosmo strutting around happily with all that oxygen in him. But
Yeah,
what
that's
can you
true.
do? No, love them all to bits. Really, I'm really proud of them, and I'm just happy that I was able to have a small, hopefully, and memorable imprint on the show. So yeah.
Dominic, you did, and I owe you an apology because I've asked several of your castmates specifically about episode 4. My
Mhm.
comment before you answer my question was, and Jag, I think, was quoted on this. Every episode was survival. It was simple. It was
Mhm.
just you were going from one disaster to another. And then the fourth one, which has become one of the taglines for the community, is the comment water. I
Mhm.
had the privilege of asking several people and say, "Wow, this episode was deep," and I
Mhm.
did. I was genuinely affected by the Ava connection. That's why I cannot
Mhm.
believe I didn't ask you about this earlier. Okay, you're able to come back for this. What did they? How were you prepped for this? Because Dominic, did it, dude, sir, it was a damn good episode. It was a wonderful story on her, and I think her line, and you'll
Mhm.
correct me, was, "I don't want to wake up. I don't want to
Mhm.
come back from this."
Yeah.
That was good
Yeah.
stuff, man. You
Yep.
were in that.
Yeah. No, I mean, I just adore Tiki. I mean, Tiana, and she's just such a talented lady, and it was just really great because we were able to establish a wonderful connection, a friendship, a relationship outside of the given circumstances of our characters, and we bonded and we're wonderful friends and are very much in contact now too.
And
And I
she's
think that
really cute too.
hey, listen, don't get me in trouble here. I'm
No,
just
not at
learning.
all. No, this was the
No,
Spaniard.
no, no,
The
no,
Spaniard.
absolutely, absolutely. No, no, she's absolutely stunning, and just
Yeah.
she has this amazing energy about herself, and it's really great because we mess around and joke around, waiting to go on set, and then we get there, and she's just in the zone, and I think it really helped us both because she was so giving to me. I hope that I at least half of that what she was giving, I hope I gave back to her, and the writing was good. Everything was on point. The crew was very ready to capture these moments, and that really means a lot. So yeah, I really enjoyed because these heavy scenes are really what sort of it challenges you, and you really want to do them well. And I mean, in a short span, I had from suffocation to death to saying goodbye to my loved one twice, in different ways. And
Yeah.
you just try and find variation in that, and also bearing in mind that in episode 4 it wasn't Harris, it was her projection of
Mhm.
Harris. It was how she remembers him and how she sees him. And for me, I imagine, and I hope that I'm right. The women in our lives always like to see us as better than we are, really. And yeah, so I think she saw the perfect sort of vision of Harris, and he also wanted to stay. But I think she knew, even in that sort of we have an imagination version of him, that he wanted her to be happy and free, and that wasn't a realistic option, that she stays in this hallucinogenic sort of state.
Dominic, you gave, she gave, everyone in that episode gave. Dominik, I know it's, and forgive me, it's a TV program, it's a show, but it had meaning, and it hit, and it was well done. I thank you. I was in at that point. I was watching it, but at that point I was like, oh wow. And it was really good stuff. You gave, she gave, both of you delivered, and everyone in that episode. And I'm sorry I'm dominating. Aisha, yes, there's a big game tonight. He's in the United Kingdom, by the way. But, yeah, as Marcia says, have you done any stunt work? And also, this is cool. So, if we were invited, what are you fixing us? I like that question.
Oh, you are going to enjoy some Croatian cuisine. That's what's going to happen. You will first be, shall we say, wine and dined. We have wonderful selection of drinks from a wide variety of white to red wines and lots of lovely microbreweries, if that's more up to your tastes. But to the sound of a little bit heavier stuff, we have some wonderful stronger alcoholic beverages. I believe maybe some of the cast members mentioned rakia.
Yes,
schnapps, which
part of that one
in the bonding through our period of hanging out. So yeah, certainly that would be served as a drink. But yeah, we are as Croatia, we are very meat, pasta, and fish-based country. So as we have a big coastline, I mean, big for our tiny country, lots of fish and lots of lamb. I'm sorry to any vegans and vegetarians, but we're gonna make some wonderful pasta for you, and we're gonna figure it all out. So yeah, I believe that's what I'm gonna sort of go for if you guys come over for dinner.
That's
when
cool,
is dinner?
I appreciate that. Sorry, Jay,
When
go
is-
ahead.
I was gonna say, when is dinner?
Oh yeah, he's gonna fly you over, Jag.
I was
Well, I
just
was
gonna
going to
say,
say the Marsha's comment is almost like a demand. You are invited.
you are.
Okay, well,
I
no,
am
okay.
inviting. I am inviting. Okay.
Yeah, did you notice I subtly altered it? I said,
Uh-huh.
if we were to, if you were having us over, I changed that right now. That was good, Marcia. Have you done any stunt work
Yeah, I mean,
other than dying?
in thank you.
That's very good.
Yeah, I honestly I did fall quite a few times, which isn't seen that well in the episode. I sort of stumbled back after the initial loss of oxygen. You know how you see me on the floor and I get up again.
we
but
broke
yeah,
Roger again.
I did a lot of crazy stuff. I was doing a sitcom, and there I did basically everything imaginable. I worked with all sorts of animals. I jumped through a window. It wasn't high, don't worry. There was safety mats and everything. I got a fake glass bottle hit on me. I got shanked. I got shot. I got all sorts of things. I rode a 100-year-old motorcycle in Portofino. It was over 100 years old. That was really cool.
Wow.
It's just an amazing feeling to write a piece of history basically at that point. I drove a boat. I don't know. Yeah, lots of things. And yeah, I enjoy doing it, but some things are better left to professionals. So if you know, it's all depends on sort of the safety protocols and what the sort of the director and producer think is the best sort of option. But yeah, lots of sports stunts, anything that I've done with, you know, football, basketball, or hockey, I can do it myself. You know, other things that I'm not so apt at, I let the big guys do it.
Okay, well, being a big guy right now, do you have your basketball? I'm gonna put you on the spot. Are you gonna take a shot?
I don't know if I have one. We have this. We have this. I'll go with this. It's a little space. I gotta open the basket though.
This is on video.
Okay, here we go.
Now we're doing a sitting down shot. Is that what we're doing over here?
It's on video. Be careful.
It's on video.
That's a heavy ball.
Okay,
That's a heavy side shot. What can we do? What can we do?
that was a Roger shot. So that was one of mine.
I'm committing that one to you. This is.
Oh yeah, I'll take that one. You're a team player, Dominik. I would not have taken the shot.
Yeah. That was
You're a
awesome.
good man. That is so cool.
I do my own stunts. You see, that's what I tell you.
Oh, you do? Yes, you do. Michael, well, I'm glad you're back. I know we're all
Welcome back.
having
Yeah.
technical issues. Do you
It's
have
one of
any?
those days.
I know. Yeah, and I'm sorry, but Michael, do you have any questions or comments right now?
Well, I'm not sure what has been asked, so
Oh,
I'm just going to go.
doing a
I'm just
damn
going to
good
go
job.
ahead and just go to one of the questions because
Oh, okay. That's fair. I think
yeah.
we've gotten to most of them.
yeah, because I'm not even
Yeah.
sure which one. I hoped that you got into all of them.
Sam had a comment earlier, and this was maybe about 10 minutes ago, where actually, no, 16 minutes ago. Private life must be affected seriously, relationships mostly for various reasons. And I think that's when you were talking about all the different work that you do. And I think it was appropriate. And yeah, I think Sam's is more of a comment. It
No,
is.
I mean,
You're working.
I'm very lucky because I have very understanding people around me, and that means the world to me, and then they really help out, and it's you make it work. I of course have free time. I know it
Yes.
sounds insane like this, but yeah, when you do what you love, it doesn't feel like work, and then when you have free time, you enjoy it with your loved ones.
Marcia asked, have you traveled to the United States? And then Aisha, her question will follow. You kind of answered this, but maybe you can be a little more specific. Maybe it would be Shane on the bridge of the Enterprise with the lightsaber. What do I know? I know that's a bastardization. That's not fair.
Oh, no,
But have you
go
been to the United States?
Yes, I have, but I just visited the Northeast. I checked out New York and Philly, and it was wonderful. It was.
Did you have a
just
cheesesteak?
amazing. I did. I had a Philly
Ah.
cheesesteak, and
That's
I
a
enjoyed it.
unique sandwich,
So
isn't it?
you were 2.5
I
hours
enjoyed
away
it.
from
That
the
was
visit.
that was a lot. I'll just say that
Yeah,
much.
Yes, it's a unique sandwich.
I
man.
did have like a plan of trying different things, and yeah, it's very very heavy, but I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it. I have to say I had it on an empty stomach after a wonderful night out. So I think it really helped with the recuperating of
What else
of
did you
me,
do in Philly?
Oh, obviously, run up the steps and raise your arms up. I don't
Oh,
want to
you
get any
did?
charge.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
sure. I mean, what else are we gonna do? Come on,
Oh,
Rocky's over there. Yeah, no. Yeah, it was just
Jeez.
wonderful. Checked out a bit of your culture, a couple of museums, mostly in New York and stuff. But
You should have come
yeah.
down and seen me.
He's in.
You were 2.5 hours away from me when you were in Philly.
That was before the arc. That was
that was a ways time. Okay,
Yeah.
that was
So,
a
Yeah,
ways.
that was-
now I know. And
Well, you
now
still
we
should have come and visited me. That's
we
okay.
can grab a bite. We'll see what 2.5 hours away cuisine's specialty is.
You got everything here. So
Oh my God, yes. I visited with Michael. He was so kind to host me in December. And the variety in the nation's capital and in the areas around
I
it is
can imagine.
unreal.
It's the
Every
multicultural.
culture is there. And Michael, first of all, I didn't get to say this publicly. Dude, you have taste when it comes to food. Actually, you do. I have not said this on it because Michael was kind enough to take me to many different places, and each one was unique in and of itself. And it's cool, Mike, that you're also open to different flavors too, which is really neat. Mike is a really good guy, and that's why I try to give him credit on what he does here. But it's not for us to talk. It's everyone wants to know about you. I love this comment. Ha, Marcia. He should ask us what we would like to eat. Well, no. If he's going to host us, he gave us the idea. And then Sam followed up on that comment earlier about and fans and less privacy, right?
Yeah, I look. I don't have to like run away from the paparazzi or anything like that. Like, but it's yeah. We don't really have that sort of a culture over here or the media and stuff. But it's I'm not that big of a deal, to be honest with you. Like, if I walk around for 20 minutes, somebody's gonna stop me, maybe ask for a photo or something like that. But it's always such a pleasant experience, and the people are usually really really cool about it. They're polite. They make a joke. Sometimes they don't remember my real name, and then they call me by the character's name from whichever show they seen me in, and I find that endearing, and it just shows that I'm sort of on the right path. But yeah, it's all part of the spiel of being an actor and sort of a little bit of a public person in the public eye, shall we say?
You mentioned photos,
Yeah.
but have you signed any autographs yet? Good question.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, but like I cannot say on the level that I believe Fleesh, Christie, and all the others have. But yeah, I did. I did take photos. I signed things. But I wouldn't say a lot. I think I can count it.
We're having technical difficulties again.
Yeah, we're having technical difficulties. Ladies and gentlemen. Stand by. We're going to see if we can open up a new channel. Hold on one moment. We're going. Stand by. We're going now.
Yes.
But take one, yes, that's the stuff.
Breaking news.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Dominik, Milos, first of all, thank you for returning, Milos. We're going to turn it over to both of you right now. But Dominik, this is what I'm talking about. I asked you earlier about this community, this group, this troop. We call it punking each other, but they come to visit each and every episode. It's not us, it's you guys, and we're happy to be here. Gentlemen, go!
How you doing, bud? You good?
Yeah, I just wanted to say hi to my brother and to say that I love you and just to see you because I didn't see you for quite some time. And that's it. I'm at the cafe with my friends, but the host notified me that this is tonight, and I just had to join just for a little bit.
All the love. Like, did he know I talked about him? Did he tell him I said nice things about him? Because that's not good. Don't tell him good things. But like, no.
I just said that you were talking about him.
Okay, good. That's a political answer there, Michael. Good diplomatic answer there.
Well, he can go back and look at it later. So
Yeah.
No. I love Milos. He's my brother. What am
Yes, could you translate that for us? Yes.
I'm being questioned that I'm not watching the game.
Oh my God, has the game begun?
Yeah. I believe so.
We need to let him go.
No. Milos, love you.
Thank you for coming, Milos.
We'll meet very soon. Again, my dear grunt from the mechanical rooms, my dear.
Yeah. So yeah, just wanted to say hi to all of you guys. It was a great time last time when we saw each other. And again, I love you, my man, and hopefully we'll see each other in person soon enough.
Absolutely, man. If not in person, in space. You know what I mean?
Yes, of course.
Milos, thank you. You're welcome.
Ciao,
Good to see you, Milos.
Yes, thank you. You're a good man. Thank you.
Thank you. But I had to leave. I just wanted to see you guys.
Yeah. No, thank you. It means a great deal to us as well.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, Dominik. Jeez. It just blown us away. Absolutely blown us away. And it's crazy. Now you have another comment right here. If the game has begun, Dominik, we're on your time, brother.
Yeah.
I
really enjoyed our time together, and I hope it's not the only time we hang out.
We'd love to have you back again.
Oh, you are the man. We will ask again.
No, honestly, I had so much fun. I hope I didn't annoy you too much.
Hell no. Don't even say that. You're a humble man. Don't say that. Could you translate this last one and then give us your final thought?
I think we're gonna leave this one for the.
Okay.
We gotta have some secrets. You know what I mean? No. But
all right. Thank you, Alexander.
Thank you so much. And keep doing what you're doing. It's so wonderful to see the amazing support you have for our show, and I hope we'll deliver with season 2, and who knows, maybe much more. And fingers crossed, and all the love to you and everybody who was in the chat. Thank you so much.
Croatia. Go Croatia.
Thank you. Go enjoy and have a drink on us, please.
Absolutely. You got it. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Take care.
All right. We'll see you. All right. Well, look, ladies and gentlemen, wow. Absolutely incredible. Yet again has blown us away. It's just unreal. And I believe he's still with us right now. We're going to have him in. You know what? We're just going to finish up because if he wants to talk to us right after, we'll get to it. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, wow. It's a privilege being here. We thank you for being here, everyone in the chat room. Please like, subscribe, and follow. And Michael, I guess that's it.
We want to announce you talked about Bobby.
On
next
Monday.
Sunday, approximately the same time, look on the webpage. We are going to have Christy Burke and Ryan Adams on with us.
And there it is. So that's going to be great. Guys, we'll see you guys on the other side. Sorry we didn't get to all the comments. I'm going to them fast. We are out of here. And I think we lost him. Okay. Okay, we did. All right. Yeah, I think he was trying to figure out how to exit. So, yeah. All right, folks. Whew. We can finish this on our terms. Oftentimes we don't know. We think our guest, at many times, they stay on and they want to say goodbye to us. So that's why we have to end up fast. But he is gone to the game. That is great. Wow. This was, I mean, this is incredible. Yeah, thank you, Michael.
Michael, thank you. And just when you think that it's just a play on characters and that they just put a facade, it's clear that these guys are a family.
Mm-hmm.
Milos.
I would just like to say there was a couple of others that wanted to visit us tonight, but they had other schedule conflicts, not even games, just other stuff. And I tried to tell them we were going to sign off early, and if they could get on, they could get on early. But
I mean, look at Milos. She was in a cafe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Really personal time.
Yeah.
And he, and I kind of tangentially commented about that, about the relationships they all had. And then when Milos showed up, I'm like, there it is. Bam.
Mm-hmm.
It's unreal. I'm jelly. Both ways. I'm jealous, and I'm just a little gelatin here enjoying.
I'm enjoying it because then what we see on screen, I think, is genuine when they do their characters. If they feel like that with each other as people, then what we see as characters, I think that just definitely helps to convey that. So I just had one little comment when you're talking about that episode where it was him and Eva, and you saying that was the episode that was deep. Was I the only one that felt that when she drank the water that he would actually still be there? Because I was kind of like in the last little bit of it, maybe she'll drink that water and he'll, supposed to disappear. And I was like, ooh, wouldn't it be cool if it was just kind of one of those sci-fi things where he just happens to stay there? And I was just kind of that one little part where I was thinking, that would be cool if she drank the water and it was actually him still there and the death was just a dream or was just some kind of nightmare and that he actually did survive. At least maybe that was me being hopeful. But I really enjoyed his character.
I'm going to have to go. You little rat. And I mean that in a good way. That is such a subtle observation and astute. Darn it. I'm going to have to go back and watch. I think Michael is too.
Well, I actually was I've only gotten through 15 minutes of the first episode 4 again.
Yeah.
So it's before that stuff, but I was trying to finish it before this podcast, but I couldn't.
Yeah. Yes. Jag, hey, no more onion cutting when watching programs.
I'm working on it.
That is funny.
But that just means that the show is awesome. If any show, not just the arc, but just any show that can move you in that direction, that means that the show is well written. And again, big shout out to the producers, the executive producers, the showrunners, the writers, even the guy that writes the music, Fred Curry. I mean, they all do their talents to ensure that we feel that emotion.
Yes. Well, Sam, that's what he's touching on. So I have to go back and watch. I want to check that out. But here's my cheap shot when I commented about Ava and her real name. Please, everyone correct me. But I said, she's gorgeous. She's cute. And he said, hey, man, don't get me in trouble. Did you notice not only like 10 seconds later, he said, yeah, we were messing around. And I flinched. I was like, young man, do you realize what that means in the United States? I wanted to mention it, but I'm like, nah. Because no one else picked up on it. But that's just the old man in me. I just thought that was so funny when he said, oh, no, don't get me in trouble. Oh, hey, by the way, we were messing around on set. I'm like, Way to go, dude. Just I'm messing around, obviously. But Sam says, oh, yeah, he was still there. Folks, Michael, Jag, and I are here. Yes, we represent you. I've said this before. You are us. We are you. You make this program. And I'm talking to everyone in the audience. I know we've lost quite a few now because they've gone to watch the game. But we are so blown away when you show up and spend time with us and our guests. This is constant. Someone mentioned that this is another ARC forum, or I think we're just an extension of the ARC forums. This outlet here, it's just part of it. And Michael and I, we're stunned. And Jag, I don't have that many conversations with Jag because he doesn't join our other episodes, but that's okay.
I'm busy watching the ARC.
Oh, is that
so I can find more little things to stump you on. So
fair enough. That's good stuff. But we're eternally grateful.
Yep.
We all of us are, and we appreciate you. We're the lucky ones. We get to be here. And if we don't get to every comment, trust us, we're trying to keep it going. That's our thing, and we're trying to get everyone's comment. And if we didn't get to you today, I am so sorry, but we are looking at them, we are reading them, and we're trying to get to them. So if we did blow it because there were so many comments, that's probably my fault. I'm sorry, but we still appreciate you, and we are eternally grateful. Did someone translate that line? Did someone translate it? I'm just curious.
Oh,
that would be so funny. Or maybe we should just leave it at that.
I'll leave it at that for now.
I'm going to convert some of you to Japanese anime one day. Oh, wow. That would be interesting.
Oh, okay. I think he was correct in leaving it the way it was.
Oh, you did? You looked it up?
Yep.
Okay, tell me off screen. All right, folks, all kidding aside, it's midday for me out here. It is a wonderful day for everyone else, and you all do. Thank you. Yeah, and look, we've asked you, and we're going to do it again. All of you, all of the regulars, you have an invite to join us. Okay? So, there it is. Yep. So we appreciate what you guys do as well. You guys are doing the work. I just read the comments. But you see, folks, even though I don't hit like on the comments, I am in the fan groups, and I do read them. And thanks, Elizabeth. I think it was Elizabeth that sent me that comment on the image, which was here. You have your marching orders. Let them know. Get word out.
Yep.
You guys have done phenomenal jobs now. So let's go. Let's see. All right. We'll get to know you. We will get to know you, gentlemen, better than the actors. I'll see you next time. You're a good man,
Hi,
Sam.
Sam.
I appreciate your comments. Aisha, yeah, we both can try. Yes. And it's 8:00 over there. All right. Bobby Nash tomorrow on NDB Media. And talk about a writer, director, author. Man, Bobby Nash does it all. He's been on with us many times in the past. We're looking forward to that. But Michael, what's going to happen next week on Sundays about the same time?
Christy and Ryan, and who else could it be?
Whoever else.
I'm not saying.
Yeah,
Cheshire.
I don't even ask anymore, Michael.
It's better not to.
Yeah. Uh-oh, did I mess something up?
Probably.
Oh, thank you, Jag. I'll take that. Sam, if I used a pronoun incorrectly or if I implied something, yes, it's a filler word. Sorry. I believe I know what I said, Sam. Thank you. I'm gonna have to watch what I say. I'm an old dog, but this dog does find the bone from time to time. Jag, last words?
Last word is Happy Father's Day to everybody, just to make sure everybody that didn't see that earlier. Happy Father's Day. And also go Croatia. And thank you to both Dominik and Milos for making this a special episode for everybody.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Michael?
yeah, just see everyone next week. Should be a fun episode.
All right.
Tell your friends.
Yeah. We know you are, but we ask again. Tell your friends. All right. Young man down there in the center. Take us away.
Take care. Be safe. Peace.